Hi there, I'm Only Juggling, and welcome to UIM Completionist. On this episode we get hit in the face, commit murder, and whatever this is. Let's roll the intro. Look at this content. Welcome back to episode 2 of the UIM Completionist series. As you can see, I am currently in Arty thieving the Nature Rune chest. Shout out to whoever created the plugin for this chest. It's a nice little visual of when it's ready to go. Needed something AFK, and it kind of fitted along the lines of me needing to unlock some skills to make some money. And OJ is not going to be earning his money the legitimate way. He is turning to a life of crime to get rich. I got some feedback last episode, and another thing that I wanted to do is introduce a page at the start to help track progress towards the kind of 3 goals that I have of the quest cape, the 4 to 500 collection logs, and completing those first 2 tiers of the combat achievements. And the Song of the Elves requirements will kind of naturally be achieved by going for the quest cape, though if we need to, we can drill down and get some of those levels as we need to. And we're just going to stay here and unlock Master Farmers, which we get at level 38. Then we're going to head up there and try and get some seeds for herbs. And that's 38. We'll grab some food, as these guys like to smack you around a little bit. Also got a lamp while we're doing that thieving grind. As a UIM or even an iron, probably the best thing you can put your lamp on is herb lore. As a main, it's usually rune crafting. Let's see how we go at level 38. Ah, dear. That was a bad idea. I stuck it out, got a level 39 thieving, but we're going to go and do some quests to kind of boost up those levels with some free XP. And talking of quests, I think it would be a good time to introduce the page that I would like to include at the start of every episode, which, as I said before, will track progress to my 4 main goals, which will be the quest cape, the collection log, the Song of the Elves requirements, and the first 2 tiers of the combat achievements. And with the Song of the Elves requirements, that's naturally going to get tidied up as we do the quest cape. So for the time being, we're just going to work on these 3. Now this is where I'm currently at with these kind of 3 goals. I'm going to try and structure each episode around doing a little bit towards each of these as well. Won't be possible with every episode, but I will do my best to chapterize them so you can skip to the content you want to see, whether that be questing, collection logging, or working towards those combat achievements. Anyway, for now, let's start with questing. And since I'm already in Catherby, I'm just going to head up and do the Murder Mystery quest. To be fair, I dislike this quest. It's kind of like the Misthalin Mystery one. I always have problems with it, regardless of whether I'm using Quest Help or a guide. I don't get the right quantities of things, or I skip some speech. Yeah, easy crafting XP, really. Also going to do the Client of Kurend to unlock Zaya. This quest is just a giant walking simulator. You get 2 500 XP lamps as well, which I'll be chucking straight onto herb lore. And with that quest, you also get a certificate of favour. I would put it on Piscarilius. It's the kind of most grindy of the houses to get favour for in Kurend as an iron. The other ones are relatively easy, so that's my recommendation. Turns out you need a stew for Queen of Thieves. If you need one and you can't make it yet, like me, the pub in Sears Village sells one, and it's only kind of a short walk from the Arty Cape Telly.
Completed?
Now I'm basically doing the Romeo and Juliet quest because he annoys me every time I go to Varrock. The cadaver berries that you get, you can pick up from just outside Varrock, and you pretty much just talk to him, talk to her, go back and forth a few times. And, well, you pretty much kill her, and then he sees her sister and forgets all about her. Hooks up with her instead. Now we're off to do the Golem quest. Hey, that is a complete outfit. Don't forget to bring a chisel to get some money in the middle of the Golem quest. And that's done. Just picking up some food before I start the feud quest. Oh, look at this guy's drip. You can say spot both the bosses in this quest. Damn it, I bought Airstrike. Yeah, That's not going to work. I came back with Fire Strike, and that went a lot better. Rare XP. Big gains from that quest, and unlocks blackjacking, which is kind of the staple of money making for any iron. And as soon as you complete the feud quest, I would recommend doing the Rogues Trader mini quest, at least just for the runes, because now I have access to lore runes, which is the most important, but a bunch of other runes without having to go to the Wildy Bank and risk everything. And did some splashing to get my magic up to 43, and now we're going to head over to the Isle of Souls. The reason I wanted 43 magic is because of the nature runes in my inventory. I'd like to pick up some passive magic XP from them, and I also need to get my mining up to do the giant dwarf quest, so I figure I can mine some iron or superheat it, and then on the Isle of Souls, it is a little bit of a walk, but there is an anvil just around the corner from the mine. So I'll mine the ore, superheat it on the way up to the anvil, then just because it's money and I can get a little bit more than what I would sell the nature runes for, I will low alch them on the way back down, rinse and repeat until I have 30 mining. Another maze. Oh, yeah, I can sell them. Hard clue. Fat chance I'll be able to do that, but we'll give it a go. Yep, did the first step and had to drop that. Now, the other reason that I got superheat item and also got my mining up to 30, as I said, was for this quest. As a UIM, I would use the brown engine. Now, what you can do, as you see, I have a full inventory of coal here, you can basically just skip tasks until you get the ore that you already have in your inventory, or in this case, only 5 pieces of iron. I can go buy them for the blast furnace. I'm just going to take that run down and buy the 5 pieces. Now, you can also skip the tasks with the director when you get to that stage of the quest, but you're using bars. So my recommendation is probably just buy silver or iron ore and just keep skipping until you've completed the amount of tasks you need to do. This quest as a UIM, especially without superheat item, is ridiculously frustrating. So if you are going to do it, just get 43 magic and some nature runes first. But regardless, this quest is still frustrating. But it's done. And I also did Elemental Workshop for easy crafting levels. And the last quest I want to do today is Priest in Peril, but with this crossbow, it is not going very well. I've decided to do the Waterfall quest for some combat XP. There is a part in there where I'm very likely to die. So I'm going to suicide just so I don't risk losing my angler's outfit and having to go back and try and get that. And I don't want to have to do fishing trawler again, so it's safe in Edgeville for an hour. And I'll get back there using my RuneScape Uber to pick up my food and my runes and go and complete the quest. Yeah, so this happened. Glad I suicided. All my stuff is still safe. Well, look, it is on the ground here, so it would have been safe anyway, but I was happy to have that peace of mind. Anyway, that quest is done. Huge gains. Pick up a Myth Cine. Second chance at a stale baguette. So, flinching. Pretty simple. All you need to do is hit it, step out of range, and then wait for its HP bar to disappear. Hit it again, repeat until it's dead. And we now have access to Mauritania. That brings to an end the questing part of this episode. And guys, I'm doing a thing. I am breaking the Agility Pure, the one Agility Pure. After whinging about it for a full episode, we're going to get our agility up. And obviously that's going to give us access to a bunch of different shortcuts around the game and unlock Graceful for us. But one of the handiest things is the Run Energy Restoration. So every 5 levels that you go up, it gets a little bit quicker. At 1 agility, it takes about 12 to, I think it's 12 and a half minutes to restore from 0 to 100% energy. Whereas when you are close to that 96 to 99 mark, it takes 4 minutes and 10 seconds according to the wiki. Which, when you wear full Graceful, is boosted even further. And now that we've unlocked Marks of Grace, we will be aiming for that. And don't worry, I'm not going to put you through the full agility grind. We're just going to go up through all the rooftop courses we have available to us, which we unlock a new one at every 10 levels. You've got Draenor. At 20 get Alcarid, and then at 30 go back to Varrock, and at 40, the whole reason I did the Priest in Peril quest is so that I could unlock the Canifus course. That is the best course for farming marks. and hopefully we get it by around that 54 to 57 agility mark is on average, and we may push for a recolor, we may not, we'll see. My luck with these beekeeper outfit randoms. And there it is, 260 marks. That is full graceful, baby. Hey Grace, what you got for me? There is something so satisfying about saving up all the marks and buying the full outfit all at once. I'm so glad to have this. And the keen-eyed among you will have noticed in that montage that we completed Below Ice Mountain quest for the Imkendo hammer, which will help at Tempoross. Speaking of which, down at the back of our grid there is a ferry which we are going to take, and we are finally here. Let's get started. This blob of water is known as Temporos, and your goal is to subdue it. You can do this solo or in mass worlds in rewards for permits. Everything that you need is on the boat. Grab what you need and head on down to some of the fishing spots. Now, I'm not going to do a guide as such, there's plenty of them online, but generally you fish on a mass world 7 fish, you'll cook them, and by the time that's done, as you can see, a little fishing spot pops up, and this gives you a chance at a double fish. Fish until you have a full inventory, cook all of those fish, and then proceed up onto the boats to load the ammo boxes to shoot the boss. Once the boss's shield or essence has been reduced, you can harpoon the spirit pool and do actual damage to it. And as you deal that damage, its essence will recharge. It is unlikely you'll probably get a 1 down, so just repeat what you did in the first phase in the second, but you might need less fish. And once you've earned that KC, you'll be rewarded with this dramatic death. I am playing in the presence of royalty, the one and only Limpwort. Hey mate, there'll be some people who appreciate this number. Why isn't anybody on the Temporos worlds? God damn it, now I've got to learn solos. Well, the process for solos is much the same as mass worlds. There are a number of strategies listed on the wiki, but at a low fishing level when I started, not many of them worked. So what I found worked for me was fishing and cooking 18 fish, running up, loading the cannons, and then running straight down and being prepared to damage the boss. Unlike mass worlds, this does take up to around 10 minutes. Usually takes 3 or 4 phases to kill the boss, which results in a healthy amount of points, which transfer over to anywhere between 5 to 7 permits. Now, regardless of being in a solo or a mass world, you just need to pay attention to Temporos's special attacks, the Colossal Wave, where you tether to a mast or totem pole to avoid losing items in your inventory, and the Storm Clouds, which spawn fires over the map, and you just need to put them out with water buckets. And in the end, I ended up doing most of my KC on mass worlds. The games were half the time, required half of the focus, and I got 4 to 5 permits every round, so I sped through my 501 that way. Now, I'm going to level with you guys. Temporos was not exactly my most favourite thing to do. So to preserve my sanity, and also because I needed to around work, I had to find an AFK activity to do. And I decided to fill out the collection log in the Camdos or Mines. This is where I got the Imkendo hammer, which makes Temporos and construction a little bit easier. And there are 10 log slots that you can complete here. Now, the montage is a little snippet of this, but this probably took around 10 hours, and I'm still not done yet. Thankfully, you can speed this up by spending Baronite shards on buffs, which increases your chance at receiving uniques. I missed the log slot, but there is the Baronite handle. And another one that I missed the log slot for. And third time lucky, here is the astroscope, and you could trade all of these into the Varrock Museum for kudos. And hammer number 2, which I will trade in for some shards with a dwarf behind me. What the fuck? It took me like 6 hours to get my first one on my main and my iron, and I've been here for like 2 or 3, and I've got What? This is crazy. Yeah, this is a joke now, Jagex. And at long last, we finally see something different. Ancient globe. Ooh, a quizmaster. Bet you I don't get a stale baguette. Told you so. Look, at this point, I've just stopped counting how many of these I've got now. Oh, a genie. Ah! No, I missed him. That's heartbreaking. I got some clues from mining, so we're going to go ahead and do those. This is a medium clue casket, and I have one right here in my inventory. The possibilities for upgrades on my account are endless, including the coveted ranger boots, which at the time of recording are 38mm. Purple sweets. Oh, all the hype. Look, Amulet of Power, best in slot, but we're going to stick it straight into a medium clue stash for later. Now, I promise this is the last detour I take before looting, but I decided to use the Boneyard to get 43 prayer. This is the route that I took, so you can avoid it, as now that it's in this video, it's going to be a PKing hotspot for 5,768 GP, which is by far the best moneymaker in the game. What have I walked into? I'ma just get my bones and get out of here. And thanks to the XP boost on the Chaos Altar, this only took a couple of hours of my time. Well, you can see in the chat that I got my 43 prayer and I pretty much got PK'd 2 bones later. Look, in hindsight, I should have gone and got these overhead protection prayers as soon as I spawned in Lumbridge before I had anything in my inventory. I've been putting it off for a while, but it's done now, and yeah, let's go loot Tempoross. Okay, let's get into Tempoross. We have the collection log here, and there are 12 possible uniques that I can get from Tempoross. You can see I've got 120 KC and I haven't claimed any of the reward permits yet. I've got 501 of those. I'd love to get a tackle box. We're definitely going to get the Spirit Angler's outfit, and hopefully we can get a couple of the other uniques along the way. Let's grab a net from this guy and get started. Oh, reward casket straight off the bat. These contain some, first unique, Spirit Flakes. The caskets contain mostly gems, jewelry, and rune items, which I will keep in the caskets to save inventory space until I can hire out or sell them off for some money later on. And for now, we'll speed this up and we'll just slow it down whenever we get any uniques. There we have some soaked pages. They go in the tome that I don't have yet. And to be fair, I wasn't chasing too many uniques from Tempoross. I actually never really came here with that in mind. My main goal was getting noted planks to get that construction up. And really, anything I get from here is just a bonus. Got a couple more soaked pages in there. I'm really happy that the oak planks are well, there's more. Definitely happy that they're a higher quantity than the standard planks. I wasn't expecting that. Ooh, big harpoon fish. I got spooned for this on my main as well. It's just a cosmetic item. It's a good collection log slot, but can't really do anything with it. But yeah, look, biggest thing that I could come out of this with today, right now, will probably be the tackle box. It'll be something that I get rid of in the future, but putting my bait, my feathers, and the spirit flakes in there, all being able to store fishing rods without having to run around and get them, especially when I'm doing clue steps, is going to be really handy. And just having that one inventory space. Oh my god, no fucking way. No fucking way. I'm so spooned. That's that screws me. Now I can't go into the wilderness. Oh, no fucking way. What? I got the fish barrel, which I'm pretty sure is completely useless to me as a UIM, but hey, it's a collection log slot. I have a mate whose main went very dry on this, and he gave up. You know who you are. Well, we are all done. No more uniques, but a very healthy just over 2.1 mil if I was a main, but I'm not, so I can't sell this or I can't trade it to other players. I'm very happy with the amount of planks we've got, and the noted fish. Going to get a ton of cooking experience from them, and we'll save the noted swordfish and lobsters for some high healing food at Wintertod. And just up from the pool is Gita Primes. You can trade in your regular Angler's outfit for a Spirit Angler's outfit. It is 4 more collection log slots for me, which I will gladly take. And the handy thing about this one is it acts as a rope, so you don't have to worry about losing it to any of the special attacks at Tempoross. And it's an extra inventory space, which for me is rather valuable. And I just can't stop looking at this. 9 out of 12 uniques. I definitely wish I got that tackle box, but do you know what? I'm not going to complain. I got the Dragon Harpoon. It is the same rate as the pet, but it is way, way better for me at this point in the game. So we will have to come back here to round out this log, but for now, little OJ is done at Temporos. I'm going to go get a looting bag from LMS and stuff all these goodies in it. Thankfully that didn't take too long, and we are back down at Master Farmers with our looting bag. You can only store tradables in there, so the untradables are in my inventory, but we're going to get cracking on 50 thieving. With my higher thieving level, this should be a little bit more tolerable now, but I subjected you to an agility grind earlier, so we're going to end the episode here. Made some crazy progress on my total level this time round, and hit some major milestones for the account, such as my construction and prayer, and that harpoon. Look at that. Mwah. And if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up, perhaps even subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one, where, if you tune in, I'll show you a little hack to double your money.